Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's JPhanta. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to go through the top 5 free-to-play units that I want in Dokkan Battle. Now, when creating this list, the only restrictions that I set myself to, of course, it's going to be free-to-play units, so we're going to be expecting, free-to-play-esque passives, leader skills, nothing out of the ordinary, like a 170% free-to-play leader skill or something like that. We're going to be super realistic with it. And then 2, it's going to be a brand new unit. So it's not going to be a unit that already exists and then we're going to predict its awakening. If you want to see a top 5 free-to-play units that I want to see awaken, leave a like on this video. And if we get a decent amount of likes, then that will let me know that you guys like these top 5 lists. And I'll continue doing them more. Now, to illustrate this top 5 list, I made you guys a very, very, very special PowerPoint presentation. I put a lot of effort into this, guys. Don't worry, okay? So without further ado, let's get started with the top 5 free-to-play units I want in Dokkan Battle. Alright, so this is in some sort of order also. So number 5 being the least that I want to number 1 being the most that I want. And the first one is going to be Super Gogeta. Now, this is specifically the Janemba movie Super Gogeta, not the Brawly movie Super Gogeta. Not much differences, but the differences I feel like are special enough to warrant the Super Gogeta. And not only that, Dokkan's doing this whole movie, theme kind of deal with these past few weeks with the Dokkan units that's released and the Dokkan celebration. So this makes the most sense since, this is Dragon Ball Z movies and not Dragon Ball Super movies. The only differences between the Dragon Ball Z Gogeta and then the Super Gogeta is really the categories. So with the Super Gogeta, we have Connected Hopes and Otherworld Warriors, which is the biggest reason why I wanted Super Gogeta over the Super Saiyan Gogeta, which the only difference is Transformation Boost, which is already a really good category. Running Super Gogeta here would be way better because Otherworld Warriors could definitely need a boost. If we go look at the category and we look at specifically only the free-to-play units, I mean, there's not even a good leader for it. Except for this 90% Goku. So that's why I didn't want Gogeta to be an Otherworld Warriors leader. Not only that, like, you can see the list is very, very small. We actually have to run some SSR units in order to fill in the whole spot for the Otherworld Warriors category, which is an issue, which is why I like to see Super Gogeta. Connected Hopes isn't dealing with that issue too bad. There is definitely a leader skill. There is definitely some good units, but having a Gogeta in there would definitely be a bonus since, most of the Gogetas are very, very strong. Now, for the leader skill, I actually wanted to have it as a Power Revival leader. Power Revival is a new category that comes out for the 6-year anniversary for the global players, and it will have Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta as the friend leader. The issue is there is no other leader, so if you don't pull Vegeta, you can't really run this category. This category is actually very, very decent. All it needs is a good leader skill. We got Master Roshi in here. We have the Gogetas. You can definitely link up the Gogetas. UI Goku's in here. It has some very high potential of being a really good category. Ultimate Gohan, etc. So just adding a character for the Power Revival and being a Power Revival leader, whether that is like if it's going to be a TUR 77% leader or if it's going to be an LR 120% leader, 100% leader, anything at that point is really, really good. In terms of the passive, I think something with Versus Extreme would be really nice. It's something unique, and it makes sense because Janemba is like the embodiment of evil. So Versus Extreme would be really good. There's a decent amount of extreme enemies. And then, of course, being Gogeta, it's effective damage. Passive-wise, super attack mechanic, that's up to you. Usually it's like lower attack. With the super attack with other Gogetas, we're basing it off, the ones that exist already. And then, nothing too serious like attack and defense percentage. And, when versing extreme class enemies, an extra attack and defense bonus or something like that. So, yeah, or like an additional super attack would be really nice if you're versing extreme. That would help out with the effective damage, doing more damage in total. Then you can get triple super attacks and then triple lowering attack. It'd be really, really good. So, yeah, that is the first card, number 5, Gogeta. Next up, we have Namek Gohan. I just thought it'd be cool to have him. I was looking on YouTube of a few, Dragon Ball Z scenes, and then the Namek Gohan versus Frieza came up, and, it was actually it would be a really sick super attack to see if Dokkan animated to its standards right now. Of course, they only do that for the summonable cards, but if we saw a half-decent super attack of when he goes and rages on Frieza, that'd be so cool. And, I'm a Gohan stan. I like Gohan. Namek Gohan's one of my favorite Gohans, to be honest. And that's why currently Namek Gohan is my profile picture. Now, Namek Gohan isn't a character that's going to excel category-wise or link-wise. If we look at the Int one here, which is also Namek Gohan, I mean, he has some good categories like Hybrid Saiyan. Planet Namek Saga would be a nice boost. We haven't got a good Planet Namek Saga unit for quite some time. Dragon Ball Seekers as well. A nice boost to that would be really good, as those two categories are aging. Goku's family, unless it's a really busted Gohan, then it could fit, but not really. Youth is not too bad. Bond of Master Disciple wouldn't be too bad. He fills in a lot of categories that aren't being used for free-to-play all too much, which is why I also picked him. The link skills, however, aren't too good. The Innocence is probably your best bet and Prepared for Battle, and Shatting the Limit. But other than that, link skills, there isn't really a good Namek Gohan that will provide you some good link skills. Unless it has All in the Family, that would be a nice boost to, Goku's family and whatnot. For the leader, I went with Exploding Rage leader. There's already, good leaders for Namek Saga. You have the Gohan itself, the other Easy 8 STR Gohan. Dragon Ball Seekers is already filled up with the Aralian Goku, etc., etc. Exploding Rage is one of those categories that hasn't got a good category leader for free-to-play. As you can see, Beerus is the only leader. And when looking through this, there isn't really a good, all types leader that you can use for free-to-play unless you count the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So yeah, having an Exploding Rage leader would be really good. I think this category looks pretty sick as well. Not the best, but it could have big potential with another Namek Gohan in there. If I was to pick a typing, it would be AGL. The reason why AGL is because Brawly Easy A hasn't been done free-to-play, and just having another AGL unit would be really, really nice. The only issue is that there is already a Namek Gohan that is AGL, the SR one that does the Masenko. We already got the STR, the Int, and then the AGL. So Tech would most likely be the choice. But if I was to have one, it would be AGL. For the passive skill, I thought it would be fun as if there was a Krillin or Vegeta on the team, he would get a bonus attack or some sort of debuff. Because Krillin and Vegeta was around him when he was versing second form Frieza. And then when you're versing Frieza family, you get a guaranteed crit or something like that. Or extra damage or something. That would be really cool. And then when you're versing a Frieza family unit, then he would get a critical hit or some sort of extra bit of attack and defense boost or something like that. More key. It just makes sense from the show. I'm just basing this all from the show here. And it isn't something that is broken because, Frieza family, although there's a lot of characters in there, it isn't as excessive as, Hybrid Saiyans or, Pure Saiyans or, just super extreme class enemies. So Frieza family would be not too OP, but it would make sense for the card. And then second or third attacker, it would get some sort of boost as well, whether that's an additional super attack. Because he does go on a barrage. I forgot what the attack is called that they chose for video games. It's Relentless Barrage or something. But the reason why I went second or third attacker was because in the scene, spoilers, I guess, Frieza pierces through Krillin's, stomach or chest, wherever it was. And, Gohan rages. So it'd be interesting, Gohan witnesses the first attacker get hit or something like that. And then he gets mad and then he just attacks. And just in Dokkan form, that would be second or third attacker, which makes the most sense. That would be a super cool Gohan. I think I put the most thought into this Gohan, even though he's not in the number 1 spot. Yeah. So, Gohan is my number 4 pick. Let's move on to our next unit, which is Android 19 and 20. This was a speculated card back in 2019 when I think it was New Year's for 2019. It would have, where people were faking, Ella Android 20 and 19 would be released, 20 and then 19. So it wouldn't make the most sense. And it was pretty smart for an idea. I don't have much ideas for this Android 1920 as we don't have that much to base it off at the moment. But a representative for Android 1920 would be really, really good, as the only other cards that in Dokkan is, you know, the SR units in here. And of course, that would make the most sense for free-to-play because they don't really care about monetary value for free-to-play units, and they don't care about the hypeness for free-to-play units. So having an Android 1920 here would be really good, and they have good potential as well. You know, for their leader skills, androids or power absorption leader. I'd rather power absorption leader, but androids free-to-play leader would be not too bad. And they actually have some decent link skills. I don't know the specifics when they join up together, but individually, you know, they have the android links, of course, energy absorption, whatever. But this 19 has brutal beatdown, which is a nice 10% attack boost. And then if you look at Jiro, you know, he's got, you know, other stuff. He has Brainiacs. He has Thirst for Conquest. There's some good attack and defense links in there that can make this card really, really good. And not only that, Jiro has Terrifying Conquerors, and Thirst for Conquest is a very common link in there. Target of Goku, that category has not gotten that much of a boost in a very long time, so having that would be really good. Again, most of my picks here were because, you know, some of the categories that these guys have aren't being filled up in this current meta. Power absorption can be a very good category in here, which is why I wanted it to be a leader. It's pretty much almost like an artificial life forms, but slightly different, I guess. And we don't have a free-to-play leader in here. Androids could be good, but, you know, there's already technically a androids leader anyway, so power absorption needs it more. And this team looks way more fun than androids, to be honest, at this point. It has some really, really good units. So yeah, Android 1920. The only thing that I could think of that would be a fun thing for their passive would be absorb all key super attacks. That's it. You know, that's the only mechanic that the enemy can do, but we can't do. And so that would be super fun. Like, it absorbs any key super attacks, and you heal up, you know, 50% of the damage taken there. That would be super fun. It would change some team dynamics, like more units maybe want to seek super attacks as well. You know, when you're versing a specific Dokkan event or a specific Super Battle Road that has a lot of Kamehameha users, then this guy, or these two guys, would be a very, very good option to bring or something like that. It could be a very OP passive, and that's the reason why maybe they will nerf like the damage output or just make them a support overall for power absorption. That wouldn't be too bad of a passive to have. So yeah, Android 1920. Just a very odd pick, but it can potentially be very, very good. Next we have is Kale and Caulifla. We've got enough of these already, I know that. We got plenty of Super Saiyan Kale, Super Saiyan Cauliflas. Except, I just wanted one more. One more. Another Joint Forces Kale and Caulifla. Now, realistically, it would be base form. But if I was to hope, it would be Super Saiyan Kale and Caulifla. Not Super Saiyan 2 Kale and Caulifla specifically, but Super Saiyan Kale and Caulifla. I don't know if that's possible, but Super Saiyan Kale and Caulifla would be really good because we need another Universe 6 leader. One of the category Super Battle Roads I haven't beaten yet. 120, 100, whatever. As long as it's more than 66%. They could be a mix of a support and a damage dealer. Because the idea here was to make them a really, really strong linking partner for the Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla and Kale. Which obviously is an insane LR. And not only would it, you know, you would activate most of the link skills, and if it was Super Saiyan, you get the Super Saiyan link. Most of these are, well, at level link level 1, you know, a key link skill. But if you get them to max link level 10, then you're activating so much extra attack and defense here. And then, not only that, because the Kale and Caulifla that I want to come to Dokkan is going to be in Universe 6, Joint Forces, and a Pure Saiyans, they're going to get that full 30% attack for Caulifla. And not only that, it would be more insane if they did get a little bit of support, like Pure Saiyans or Universe 6 support, like 20%. Nothing too crazy, but enough to, like, provide the extra bit of boost to make Super Saiyan 2 Kale and Caulifla an insane unit. Which is the reason why I wanted Kale and Caulifla. For the Universe 6 support, and then for the people that summon, you know, this would be a great unit to bring on, you know, your Joint Forces, Universe 6, whatever that, you know, Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla and Kale fits in. Now, before we get into the number 1 spot, the one unit that I want in Dokkan the most, we gotta have some honorable mentions, because there are a lot of cards in here. There are a lot of cards that I would like to have, and I just couldn't fit it into 5 spots. And there was too many cards that even 10 was a little too little. So I didn't want this video to go too long. So honorable mentions here are Super Saiyan 3 units. Super Saiyan 3 category, Super Battle Road isn't able to be done right now for free-to-play. There are a lot of choices. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Super Saiyan... We don't really need another Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but a nice Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, Broly. There are a lot of units that can potentially get the Super Saiyan 3 form, and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock as well would be nice. That we just need it. I pretty much just need it for the Super Battle Road. Then we have Giants. You know, you're seeing the theme here, right? Tapion's EZA looks super fun. I really would like to run a Giant category team, but there is just not enough units in there. So having more Giant units would be good. Some examples that haven't been released onto Dokkan yet would be Dr. Wheelo. He probably wouldn't link too well with the team, but just a nice character that hasn't been released yet that can go Giant or is a Giant. Re-release of characters would be cool, like another Piccolo that changes into Giant, or another Tapion, another Lord Slug. Those units re-released wouldn't be the worst thing ever, since the same name update is now in effect. That doesn't really matter, especially when you transform, links don't matter anyway, so what's the point if you're gonna have a whole team that transforms every single turn? And then the last honorable mention that I want to do is Shadow Dragon Saga. There's like 3 units in this category, so a free-to-play Super Saiyan 4 Goku, another one, a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, free-to-play unit, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, free-to-play unit, some Sin Shenrons, some Omega Shenrons, or any of the Shenrons free-to-play. They could definitely do that easily, for sure. Would be super, super awesome. Okay, so now that we have honorable mentions out of the way, the most important unit that I would like in Dokkan is a Vegeta. Now, realistically speaking, base Vegeta would be the go-to if I was Dokkan and I didn't want to hype up a free-to-play unit. But if I wanted to make the best free-to-play Vegeta out there, it would definitely be Evolution Blue Vegeta. The reason why I want Vegeta so much is because Vegeta's family leader. I need a 120 leader. Of course, that would probably mean an LR, which isn't too bad. I mean, there's 10 Goku LRs compared to like 7 Vegeta LRs. So adding another Vegeta LR wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, if you look at Vegeta's family, the only like free-to-play leader that's good is the Vegeta and Trunks, which is only a 77% leader. And then when you look at the category itself for free-to-play, it's just not that great. Lately, though, they've been adding some extra Vegeta family free-to-play units, but nothing to really change the fact that you can't beat the Super Battle Road for it just yet. So a nice Vegeta LR would be really good. That provides a 120 leader. Also, what's lacking in the Vegeta free-to-play team would be a support. The only supports I can think of is the Redstone Trunks and Redstone Vegeta Blue. But other than that, like just an overall Vegeta's family support would be really good. And being an LR, he would have 2 super attacks. I would say 12 key for stun, and then 18 key to raise defense, or something of similar. You know, something that will raise his defense after his super attack. Whether that's 1 turn, 3 turns, forever, doesn't really matter too much for me. As long as there is a raised defense mechanic in there. And a stunning mechanic would just be really, really strong for Super Battle Road, because you're only versing 2 enemies at the same time. So stunning 1 would mean you're only versing 1 enemy at the same time. Now, why I chose base form Vegeta was because in terms of the list of base form Vegetas, there isn't that much. No competition. You're not going to be running a different base form Vegeta in here other than the Scouter Vegeta. Which is okay, which I don't think is a very necessary Vegeta's family unit, to be honest. Then when you get past like Super Saiyan Vegeta, then the competition starts arising. Competition isn't too bad at the moment because, you know, the same name update, but if you could potentially just link up as many units as you can, base Vegeta would be the best. However, if it was a Super Saiyan evolved Blue Vegeta, that would be the best outcome. Not because the links or anything like that, but the amount of categories that they have would mean that he would have would be absolutely insane. You would run this guy majority of the time with the amount of categories he is in. It's a very hype unit. He can still lead for Vegeta's family. There's some like categories in here that, you know, haven't been touched for free to play at all, like Miraculous Awakening, All Out Struggle. Like those categories suck for free to play, so having that would be really good. And then you have an extra bonus for Rep of Universe 7 and whatnot, since we don't actually have a Rep of Universe 7 Vegeta for free to play. So yeah, that would be probably my go-to choice of what Vegeta. But I don't think they will release another Super Saiyan God Evolution Vegeta. Maybe like a base Vegeta to Evolution Vegeta. Maybe. But that's up to Dokkan to decide. That's pretty much going to wrap up the top 5 free-to-play units that I want in Dokkan Battle. Let me know in the comment section what you would want in Dokkan for free-to-play. And if you could leave a like on this video, let me know that you do enjoy these types of videos. I'll definitely make a video for the top 5 free-to-play units that I want to see awaken. But yeah, we have daily content here on the JPhanta channel, so make sure you subscribe, put on notification bells, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video as per usual. Until the next one, stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace out.